Okay, so PBA Finals update muna tayo. And yes, ito yung matchup na ine-expect talaga natin na maging very physical, very messy, super tactical. Ito yung battle ng top 2 best teams ngayon sa PBA, which is yung TNT Tropang 5G versus the San Miguel Beermen. Itong dalawang teams na to, lagi na to nagkakalaban before. Almost ito lang laging naglalaban sa finals kung hindi Ginebra, syempre San Miguel. And as of today, Tuesday, January 27, San Miguel leads the best of 7 series 2-1 kontra dun nga sa TNT 5G. And yung story naman so far nitong finals na to is that bawat game parang meron siyang different kind of personality. And ang lumalabas dito sa team na to, whoever controls the late game identity will probably, win this championship. Kay game 1 went to TNT sa score na 96-91 at Inares Center yan in Antipolo. And TNT jumping out early, forcing SMB to play catch-up and then surviving the Beermen's second half comeback attempt. Para sa akin, ang sinasabi ng first game na yon is that kayang manalo ng TNT kapag na-control nila yung tempo early and yung execution nila early. Kasi kapag yung TNT naging comfortable, their spacing looks clean and then their ball movement looks more confident. Pero at the same time, it tells us, it told me something else, that San Miguel's comeback capability is real. And even when they start slow, they can grind their way back into the game. And then game 2 happened. Dito SMB, they sent a message saying na okay, gising na kami and ito na yon, laban na. San Miguel won 111-92 to tie the series at 1-1. This one was about adjustment, especially on defense. ESPN's analysis pointed out how San Miguel changed the way they defended the ball screens with Junmar Fajardo playing higher at the level and the team trusting rotations behind him. Siyempre yung resulta, TNT's comfort disappeared. Possessions got harder, reads got tighter. San Miguel's offense looked more varied. So after game 2, the narrative was if San Miguel can keep the defensive activity, TNT is going to have to win with tougher shot qualities. Now game 3 is where this finals officially becomes a war. San Miguel wins 95-89 at the Mall of Asia Arena and takes a 2-1 lead. Hindi siya parang blowout victory, but it's more of like nag-survive sila sa crunch time. And alam naman natin yung story ng game na yon. TNT made a big late push including a run that briefly put them ahead. Then CJ Perez happened. Okay, CJ Perez hits a really big 4-point shot and then a 3 to close the game, to swing the game back to San Miguel. And then Marshall Lassiter basically iced that game on the free throw line. Ang kinaganda talaga sa laban na to is pareho kasing malakas yung team and that sinasabi dito na, TNT can outplay San Miguel pero yung late game shot making ability ng San Miguel and composure can be a separator for this team siguro dahil nga dun sa mga individual talents ng parehong team na to. So I think that's a good matchup to, na mapanood na parang lahat talented. Hindi mo alam kung sino talaga yung mananalo, which makes this PBA Finals very interesting para sa ating mga fans. Pero yun nga, ano nga ba yung final story so far? Para siyang para sa akin, this series has been parang tug of war. Kaya gaya ng sabi ko earlier, hindi natin alam kung sino yung mananalo. Like TNT structure and tempo versus San Miguel's size, experience, and their overall roster construction, which has a lot of players who has, late game shot creation capability basically. And ang story between sa 3 games so far is that yung game 1, TNT's tempo and early control worked. Game 2, San Miguel's defensive adjustment and depth overwhelmed TNT. And game 3 naman, TNT almost had it, but then San Miguel's crunch time execution got them the victory. Ngayon naman pag-usapan natin kung ano yung mga kailangan ng both teams na to para manalo sa finals na to. Now for TNT, number 1 is, I think kailangan nila manalo dun sa first 6 minutes. And when TNT starts sharp, they look like the more organized team. When they start slow, they spend the whole night chasing and parang yung nangyari sa game 1 yung proof nun. TNT needs to treat every game like a sprint sa beginning and hindi lang siya yung parang fill out na nakakapaan. They need to start strong. And yun yung laging dapat gawin ng TNT dito, a must. Number 2 is, tighten up late game decision making. What I mean by that is, parang yung nangyari sa game 3, it should be a warning for them na meron silang momentum late, pero in 1 or 2 possessions, biglang na-flip yung game. And against San Miguel, you cannot give away empty trips in the final 2 minutes. Your spacing has to be perfect and your shot selection has to be honest. And syempre, yung decision making and yung defense nyo dapat sharp pagdating sa mga ganong bagay. Number 3 is, make San Miguel defend multiple actions, not just one look. ESPN highlighted how San Miguel adjusted their defensive scheme on ball screens in Game 2. So TNT cannot spam one primary action and expect the same reads. They need counters, fake drags, rescreens, early slips, flare exits, something that can keep San Miguel rotating. So they need to work this team para mapagod. They need to make San Miguel, defend multiple actions and not just defend the shot that San Miguel wants. Number 4 for TNT is secondary scoring has to show up. When TNT is only one-dimensional, San Miguel can load up. TNT needs at least 2-3 guys outside the main options to consistently punish defensive overhelp. Bakit ko nasabi yan? Kasi alam naman natin yung roster ng San Miguel is full of stars. Kahit yung edge ng bench niyan, may all-star capability sa league. So, hindi natin masabi kung kailan pwedeng pumutok yung mga yan. So, kailangan mag-show up nung secondary scoring ng TNT para ma-match yung depth na yon ng San Miguel. Para sa San Miguel naman, ano bang kailangan nila para may panalo tong finals na to? Number 1 is keep the defensive activity from game 2. That higher level of engagement, especially kung paano nila dinepensahan yung ball screens. Yun yung bumago kasi sa series eh. If San Miguel's defense is active, TNT's offense becomes work. And number 2, wag sayangin yung clutch moment ni CJ Perez from game 3. SMB has to make sure they do enough early so they are not asking him to rescue them every single night. And alam naman natin, nagkakaroon na ng problema itong si CJ Perez and the coach, overplaying time. It's tough to, CJ Perez can deliver, pero pangit naman yung iaasa natin every night kay CJ Perez na to work his magic. So yeah, that's that. And number 3, protect the margin possessions. This is a classic finals basketball. Rebounds, loose balls, turnovers. Sa series na ganito ka-tight at hindi mo alam yung mananalo, every possession counts. And yung pinakamaliliit na mistakes can turn around this game. And sa series na ganito na where both teams can go cold, basically, the team that gives away, fewer extra possessions usually wins. So, sa mga ganitong finals na very strategized na nakafocus ka na in a best of 7 series, yung mga crucial mistakes, ang laking bagay na every possession matters, every turnover counts eh. Number 4 is obviously stay balanced and do not fall in love with one weapon. When San Miguel gets predictable, TNT can prepare. When San Miguel is balanced, TNT runs out of answers dahil sa sobrang dami ng options sa pwedeng gawin ng San Miguel compared sa TNT. So, just to close this out, as of January 27, 2026, which is the filming date of this video, San Miguel leads TNT 2-1 in the finals, has already given us 3 different scripts in 3 games. And sobrang ganda ng finals na to kasi sobrang dikit nung laban and very unpredictable kung sino mananalo. Parehong magaling yung team, parehong magaling yung coach, parehong malalakas yung players. And I guess what to watch in the next games is very simple. Can TNT keep control late and can they solve SMB's defensive adjustments? And para naman sa San Miguel, can they keep executing in the crunch without letting TNT dictate the early rhythm?